JJ, I know it was within the flow of the game. It made sense in that moment. But just as a coach, as a father, as somebody who's been around the game, like, what were your feelings just seeing LeBron and his son on the court together?
I mean, I'm thrilled that I get to be a part of this. I really am. I've said that a few times. It's cool as a basketball fan. I think it speaks to LeBron's certainly longevity, but also his competitive stamina, that he's able to still be doing this in year 22. It speaks to the work that Bronny has put in to get to this point, and really just the fatherly care and love, and certainly the motherly care from Savannah as well. Bronny's, he's such a great kid, and he's a pleasure to be around. I was really hoping that wing three on the little side DHO had gone in. That would have been a cool moment, but they'll have a lot of moments together, I'm sure.
Cool. It's pretty cool for both of us, and especially for our family. It's pretty cool.
You just think of Savannah watching at home, and just the thoughts of your entire extended family. And, I'm sure you'll hear about it. But.
Yeah, I'll probably hear about it. I haven't got on my phone just yet, but I'll probably hear about it. Bronny, I know Bronny probably hear about it, but it's definitely a moment that I will never forget, and it's pretty cool.
For it to be on his 20th birthday, as a father, what does it kind of mean? How significant is that for you as a father?
I just want, for a father, it means everything. I mean for someone who didn't have that, growing up, to be able to have that influence on your kids and have the influence on your son, to be able to have moments with your son, and then ultimately, to be able to work with your son. I think that's one of the greatest things that a father could ever hope for or wish for. So it's pretty cool.
You've been kind of speaking this into existence for a while, but he had to do his part.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think of the job he's done just getting here, getting drafted, going through the process?
I just think, for him just to be able to, keep his head straight forward, keep the blinders on. Even with the situation last year, he came out of that and then continue to work, continue to put himself in a position where he can even, be drafted. And, now it's just a work in progress. He wants to continue to get better. He wants to continue to learn, and he's doing it every single day. So, it's great to see.
Did you know it was going to happen tonight? Did JJ let you know beforehand that?
Yeah, he kind of have a notion that he wanted to do. I mean, obviously, the coaches kind of set their lineups and then how the game is going to flow. So to have that moment was dope, and it was pretty cool.
When you hear beforehand, I mean, obviously, there's only so many things in this game you haven't experienced.
That was the first time for that.
So when he tells you that, is that when the kind of the excitement about it kind of starts, or are you locked in prepping for a game like it's?
Nah, it's not prepping for a game like this, regular. But the moment, when we came out of the timeout and he was picking up full court, and I went up, and because my guy was taking the ball out, we still kind of stood next to each other. I kind of looked at him, and it was just like the Matrix or something. It just didn't feel real. So, but it was great to have those moments out there with him.
What'd you tell him? What'd you tell him afterwards? Sorry.
I just told him to keep getting better. Keep getting better. I think obviously he's young. Just turned, like you said, 20. He's young. He wants to continue to improve, and that's what's most important. So every time you get a moment out there, just continue to make winning plays. Continue to learn from from his mistakes, learn from the good things, and I think if he continues to do that, he'll keep getting better and better as every moment goes on and on.
Let's hear from Bronny James. He's with Mike in the media.
Hey, Bronny, we just heard from LeBron just kind of about the moment and how much it means to him for you to get to this point and share the court. Wondered what it was like from your perspective, and if you had the idea that was how it was going to go down in the second quarter.
JJ told us we were going to be playing together. He shared that with me early in the day, so I was pretty psyched for that. But I just got out there and felt like a normal game with my teammate, to be honest.
Yeah, that first quarter, Lakers look pretty sharp. LeBron, year 22, looks like he's still in his prime. And so as you're watching from that standpoint, are you viewing him kind of like as your teammate? Are there thoughts that come in where, okay, he's also your dad? And then once you get out there, how do you kind of stop thinking about that and just think about, okay, where's the defensive rotation? Where do I go on this play on offense?
I'm always thinking about, that's my dad, because that's literally my dad. So I just go out there and, when I'm playing, he's just my teammate. That's all I'm thinking at that point.
Bronny, since you, I think probably, this is a moment people have thought about for a long time. I know it's a moment your dad's thought about for a long time. To kind of, I don't want to say get it out of the way, but to actually have it come to some fruition. Were you able to reflect on it, like, at all, at any point in time today, either before, in anticipation, or after?
Nah, I'm just being prepared for another game that I'm, going out and trying to play my best at. So there's no really thinking. I mean, JJ told me that we were going to be playing together, but other than that, I wasn't really thinking about, me being on the court with my dad, just preparing for the game and the game plan.
When you've spoken to us about this, you've been very actively focused on the basketball part of it, because that's sort of that's your job right now. Have you been surprised at, like, the reaction from everyone else about the rest of the story and maybe trying to pull you away from the basketball part of it, to have you talk more about the moment and the meaning and all of that stuff?
Haven't really been surprised for me because it's been happening for so long.
Having Bronny here through this process, what's that done for you in terms of a day in, day out sort of energy?
Well, I mean, you guys know my energy doesn't really.
Has it kicked it up, though?
I have a lot more energy than a lot of the younger guys, to be completely honest. Like,
True.
I boost their energy up, if you want me to be completely honest. But to have your, like I said, to have your son or a relative, if you work with them. I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked with someone that you was blood with, or so, whatever the case may be. It's a different feeling. When you go to work every day, you want to try to help each other. If it's a bad day for him, you pick him up. Vice versa. If it's a bad day for me, pick me up. So, like, that's just it's things that we can do. That doesn't even need words. We could just look at each other and know, like, okay, so that's pretty cool.
You guys ever played together like this? Like, even if just sometime or anything?
I mean, a couple times, yeah. We had some runs a few times when we played, but not like, obviously not like this. This is professional basketball. This is the pros, so this is totally different, and but it's definitely something that is not being taken for granted for me, and I hope the same for him as well. All right. Appreciate it, guys. See y'all back in LA.
It was super cool to see them both share the floor together. I think there was a call, and they were both kind of by our bench. It was pretty cool kind of just to see them pretty close to each other wearing the same jersey. So that was a pretty surreal moment for me, kind of taking that in. And I'm sure it was even more surreal for both of them, so it was pretty cool.